What is up, guys? Here with the 32nd shelf of my action movie collection. Starting off with The Code with Morgan Freeman and Antonio Banderas. This movie was not in the theater. This was a straight-to-DVD release, which is surprising with these two in it. But it's kind of a master thief heist type movie. And it was okay. It wasn't the best. But I mean, it's still worth a watch if you're a fan of either of these two. Then we have Premonition with Sandra Bullock. This one was not very good. I kind of thought this was kind of boring, to be honest with you. Great cast, but kind of boring movie, at least for me anyway. Comment down below if you think differently. Then we have The Patriot with Mel Gibson. Definitely one of the better war movies, especially in this type of era of war movies. This and Glory are probably my two favorite kind of, I don't even know what kind of war, like Revolution, Civil War type movies. Two of the best for sure. Then we have another Christopher Nolan movie here, The Prestige. Still not one of my most favorite Christopher Nolan movies. It's still okay, but it's not like absolutely amazing. This is more of like Insomnia for me. It was just one of the movies he made. Oh, stick in there. We've got The Lazarus Project with Paul Walker. Big fan of Paul Walker's other work besides Fast and Furious as well, and great cast, straight to DVD release, but very interesting movie. Worth checking out if you haven't seen it before. 100% I'd recommend this one at least out of all of his straight to DVD releases. I'd definitely recommend this one. Then we have Brooklyn's Finest. Amazing cast. Did pretty good at the theaters, not absolutely fantastic. Antoine Fuqua movie there. Richard Gere does great in this movie. Wesley Snipes doesn't really have a huge part in this one, but still very solid movie. Then we have Shudder Island with Leonardo DiCaprio. Martin Scorsese movie with an interesting twist. Definitely a different type of movie than he's used to making, but he does a very good job with this one. Worth checking out if you're like a mystery, thriller, horror type of person. Then we have Awake with Hayden Christensen, Jessica Alba, and Terrence Howard. This is an interesting movie. This is not like a person who's having surgery but is still awake, but one of those weird, I guess it happens from what I've read, but I'm not sure, like when you're in surgery and you're still awake, but yet they think you're asleep kind of thing. And at the same time, he hears that, they're trying to steal his organs or whatever. Jessica Alba plays his girlfriend. Very, very interesting movie. Then we have Beyond a Reasonable Doubt with Jesse Metcalfe and Michael Douglas. Very interesting movie about people trying to nail a dirty DA played by Michael Douglas. Michael Douglas, of course, is classic Michael Douglas in this movie. So a fantastic watch. Then we have Over the Top with Sylvester Stallone. You want to talk about a classic? This is it right here. Great movie. One of my go-tos whenever, want to watch an old school action drama movie. This is definitely one of the go-tos. It's about arm wrestling, and who would have thought an arm wrestling movie would be so interesting? Then we have Contagion. Who would have thought that a few years after this was made, it would actually happen? And very, very good cast. Very interesting movie. Is it like an adrenaline pumping movie? No, but it's still a very solid watch. Then we have Electro with Jennifer Garner. I've only watched this movie once, and I'll be honest, I don't remember much about this one. I do remember it not being anywhere near as good as Daredevil. But as far as specifics about this movie, I don't remember a whole lot. Then we have The Brave One with Jodie Foster. This is the era where multiple movies of the same type are coming out in the same year, because Death Sentence, I believe, came out the same year. And Death Sentence out of these two is definitely the better of the two. I don't know, this one just didn't click as much as that one did for me. Comment down below on which one you liked better, Death Sentence or The Brave One. Then we have The Contract with Morgan Freeman and John Cusack. Very solid straight-to-DVD action release here. Worth checking out if you're a fan of either of these two. Then we have Mr. Brooks. Very, very good Kevin Costner movie. William Hurt has a small part in this movie. Demi Moore, Dane Cook. Great cast. Not one of your run-of-the-mill, generic type of movies right here. Then we have The Interpreter. Pretty solid movie. Not really a huge fan of Sean Penn or Nicole Kidman. But it was an okay political thriller type movie. Then we have Unknown. This was a straight-to-DVD release with a great cast. I love these type of movies where you really don't know anything about what's going on until the very end. It unveils very little as the movie goes on. Absolutely love movies like this. Any recommendations for movies like this, I am open to hearing. So comment down below if you have any movie recommendations similar to this one. Then we have Basic Instinct with Michael Douglas and Sharon Stone. Here's classic Michael Douglas right here. Absolutely fantastic movie. Worth checking out if you haven't seen it before. This is one of those, when I started getting into Michael Douglas, one of the first ones I bought, and it's worth it. Just like Disclosure and all the other ones that he's done. Just a classic for sure. Then we have Basic Instinct 2, which is nowhere near on the same level as the first one. It did okay in the theaters, but definitely didn't get the critical acclaim the first one did. Then we have Revolver with Jason Statham. Not a huge Guy Ritchie fan, but this one is good. This is one of those kind of mystery-ish type of movies as well, kind of like Wrath of Man in a way. So worth checking out for sure. Then we have 10,000 BC, directed by Roland Emmerich. Very solid visual effects, like always, and kind of a ancient love story in a way. Very well done. I'd recommend this to someone who wanted to see something different. I wouldn't say this is like a huge, amazing movie though, but still worth checking out if you're looking for something different. Then we have Body of Lies with Russell Crowe and Leo DiCaprio. Ridley Scott movie, political thriller. Not the best movie for either of these two. Both of these actors have done way better than this movie. Kind of boring. But, if you're a fan of either of these actors or Ridley Scott, check it out. And then finally we have ATL. Solid movie, especially for T.I., who was just getting into acting at this point. It is what it is. It's a teenage kind of hood movie or whatever you want to call it, but very, very well done. Worth checking out. But yeah, that does it for this shelf. If you like content like this, please like and subscribe. Your support is much appreciated. I'm also over on Letterboxd. The link to that is in the profile description of this channel. Otherwise, until next time, guys, have a good one.